Hi guys, how are you doing? I'm doing great. So in 2022, I made this animated NFT and actually forgot all about it until recently. As I was cleaning up my PC, I came across the files that I used, and I thought maybe it might be a good idea to share with you the process that I did to produce this, in case some of you might want to create something similar, or you maybe want to create some animated loopable desktop wallpapers for yourselves. So I'm just going to give you a breakdown of the process that I did to produce this, and hopefully it's going to be useful to some of you. Okay, so the concept behind this NFT, I wanted to create and show the beauty in the different tribes and cultures that we have in Africa. So I thought that creating an animated NFT of these various African women was actually quite a unique way of showcasing this. With this in mind, I then went to, first of all, I did my research, looking for references and ways that I could showcase this in the most effective way. Let me just show you the references that I used for this particular project. So on the screen right now, these are all the references that I used in this particular project. And in the background, we have the sculpt. So first of all, we have this one, African clothing. What's this? Oh yeah, this was the references that I used for the different outfits that were used in the NFTs. The different tribal wear. This is the Zulu wear, Zulu girls, and we've got this is the Hama, the Hama tribe. And we've got the Mercy, and these should be the Maasai women, and also we have these modern dresses. Where from this head wrap we got the Duke. Yeah, so this was the reference for the clothing that I did. Next up, what did background ref? Oh yeah, so for the background reference, I remember I was actually looking for the background that I was going to use in the NFT. This was actually my research. I wanted to see what kind of background that I was going to use as the girls were like doing that little pose that they were doing. I wanted to see the backplate that I was going to use. So these were some of the ideas that I was actually looking into. I don't think I ended up using any of these. Of course, this the grassy patch where she's standing. I think I used this in the final thing that I produced. So this was the background reference. Cloth textures. I think these were the clothing textures that I used in my clothing. Then earrings. Let's check. Oh yeah, so these were, I was actually looking at the different types of earrings, tribal earrings that the African women wear. So yeah, I used these ones, these plate looking earrings. I used these ones. I also used those. Okay, so these were the references for the earrings. Face paintings, yes, I also used a lot of these. As you see, when we go into Blender and I show you the different variations that I did for the sculpt, I'm going to show you the use that was made of these face paintings. So these are the different paintings, references that I was looking into. Okay. Next up, we have face reference. Okay, so this is the face reference that I was actually using for the sculpt. So we've got the front view and three-quarter view, and this one the profile. And actually, this was my face sculpt, my first sculpt this is the sculpt that I. This is the sculpt of the character. This is ZBrush. So this is the sculpt that I ended up using. I think this was. I did another pass because I can see the hands on this one had not been detailed yet, and the feet, even the ears. I can see the ears were still not polished. But this was the sculpt. Actually, this was, I think, one of my first characters. If you check out my Instagram page, I think this was my first post. This character, this NFT, was my first post. This was actually one of my first sculptures in ZBrush. I was still learning ZBrush, and I think she came out really well. I'm really happy. I was really happy with the way that she came out looking. So let's go back to the references. I think I had some references of the female anatomy that I used. So face texture was this. Let's check out. Oh yeah, this was I was looking for reference for texturing the face. It's always good to gather references when you are sculpting a character. Before doing anything, you gather as much reference as you can. Female body ref. Oh yeah, so this was actually the reference that I was using for when I was sculpting the character for the anatomy of the female body. I gathered these, and yeah, they really helped me a lot in this project. Yeah, so this was my reference for the female anatomy. Female contrapost or pose was this. Oh yeah, so when I was actually doing, I think you can recognize this pose. This is the pose that I used for the animation itself. When I was shooting reference for my animation, I wanted something which is not like dull looking, something interesting. So this is the pose that I ended up using when shooting my reference. So yeah, this was the reference. Female variants was this. Oh yeah, on this page, I was actually exploring the different body complexions, different complexions that I could use for the variations that I was going to do for the character. So we've got this really dark chocolate skinned lady, then we've got this more fair brown, this light brown. So this was just variations that I was looking into as I was doing the texturing process. What else? Hairstyles. Yes, so I also did a bunch of hairstyles. You'll see when we get into Blender, as I'll be explaining the plugin that I used for the different variations. I also created a bunch of different hairstyles. So this was my the references that I was looking that I was using to create the different hairstyles that I used in the NFT. Okay. Next up, I also looked at the Himba tribe. So these are the Himba women. I was also looking at their attire, the dresses that they wear. Oh, shout out to Gasaurus. This is a kind of a Gasaurus. As you can see, now the characters that I make, they're kind of leaning towards a Gasaurus style. I love his style. So this is a character by Gasaurus. I was actually using it as inspiration back in 2022. Now I've improved. I think I've improved a lot. If you check my progress on my Instagram page, I think it's a good thing. Okay. Next up, for the retop, what was this? Okay, I was looking at Retopology because after sculpting, I had to retopologize the mesh. So this was actually maybe the reference that I was looking into. And finally, the smile. I think. Oh yeah, I was. I think maybe I was brainstorming. Yeah, on this page, I think I was brainstorming on the face that I was going to use for the for the NFT for the face. As you can see, I actually ended up just using a simple smile. I didn't go crazy into a crazy laugh. I just ended up settling for a smile like this. So yeah, these are the references that I used for the project, for the NFT project, and this was the sculpt of the character. Next up, I'm just going to show you the after sculpting. I then went into retopology. I did my retopology in Maya. So let me just show you the Maya file of the retopology, and maybe I'll show you again the rig that I used. Then we'll jump into Blender for the NFT itself, how I brought everything together. This was the retopology that I did in Maya. This is the Maya file, and this is a character retopologized. You can see I had fixed the ears and the hands, they were looking good, and the feet, we have our feet right here. So this was the final retopology that I did, and I'd also added the mouth bag. You can see the mouth bag in there, inside the mouth, ready for the teeth and the tongue, and the eyes ready to be placed. So this was the retopology. I wanted to keep the poly count very low, so that wouldn't be too taxing on my PC when I was now doing the renders in Blender. So this was the retopologized character. Now let's just see the animation. That the animation was also done in Maya. So I did the animation in Maya, then I exported an Alembic file to Blender for the final compilation, rendering, and final outputs. This was hair, the final character with the first hairstyle. So this is the first hairstyle of the 8. I made 8 hairstyles, 8 different hairstyles for her. So this was the first hairstyle that I did. You can see we have the eyebrows, the eyelashes, the eyes, and everything in the mouth had been installed. This is the contrapost or pause that I was talking about for the animation. This is the topology. So this was the final thing, the final character. This is how she was looking like in Maya. Let me just show you the controls. She was already rigged at this point, lips curves. So this was the rig. She was already rigged and animated. I think she was already animated. Let me just do this and check out if she's animated. Let me hide the rig and the wireframe. Yeah, so this was the actual animation that I then exported into Blender. Okay, the frame rate is a little bit low because I've got a lot of applications open, but this was the animation, the little animation that I did for her. Okay, so this was the process, guys. Now let's jump into Blender, and I'll show you how I then did the final compilation to produce the videos. Alright, now we are in Blender. This is the setup, guys. So what I did after exporting the animation as an alembic of the character, I also did some clothing animations. The clothings were done in Marvelous Designer, so I did exported them again as alembics and imported them into Blender. I also did some simulations for the robes, and that Mercy tribe, those horns that they have on their head, the Mercy tribe. I also did the simulations. I did the simulations in Blender, and then I exported them as Alembic and then re-imported them. This was because the plug-in that I was using for this NFT was was made by Torin Leonard. It's called Blend My NFTs. I'll leave a link in the description to his YouTube channel and tutorials where he's actually teaching how to use the the plugin. So this is actually in Blender 3.0 that the whole NFTs were made. I made variations of the body. Let me just go through the collection. So this was the background colors. We've got these ones, background colors, the variations of the background colors. Okay, next up we've got the tops. So these were the accessories for the neck. So I made variations. How many of these? 21 variations of those neck decorations. Then for the arms, I only did 2 variations. We've got these ones and these little additions at the upper arms. So these are the only variations that I did for the arms. Then we have the clothing. So the clothings, yeah, I did 56. Yeah, there are a lot of variations for the dresses that I did, different textures. Some were skirts for the similar to the Himba tribe that you saw. So these are the dresses, different textures. Then we also have these ones for the Zulu. Yeah, they're a little bit offset right now because the Alembic files have changed them, the locations of the Alembic files, so they're no longer connected inside of Blender. But this was the Zulu, and this is the Himba dress, the Himba skirt, I mean. Okay. So these were the variations of the clothing. Then the earrings, I did these ones that we have here, and I did this. Let me just select these, do this, and zoom in. So these little hoops, hoop earrings. We had this plate, the one that I was telling you about, this plate-looking earrings, and these ones, which are sort of dangling from the ears. So those were the variations for the earrings. Then the female body, I also did the variations for the body. So we have this original body, and also we've got this one. It was just a matter of changing the textures and doing some variations in the nose and the eyes by using, you can use blend shapes. You can use blend shapes to alter the features of the character. So that's what I used for this particular character. So different textures and different sizes of the nose and eyes. I had to keep the head shape the same because of the hair variants that I was going to be using. So we've got this body, we've got this darker tone according to the references that I showed you. We've got the face paintings that I was talking about. So these are the face paintings that I was using. Okay, different face paintings. So these were all imported as alembics. And we've got the different hairstyles. Let me just do this and show the hairstyles. This is the next collection, which is titled Headgear. So we have the different hairstyles that I was talking about. So these were the different hairstyles that I did. Okay. Alright. Okay, this one was simulated, so it's offset because the Alembic files have been, the location has been changed. This was the Mercy tribe, those ones that they wear on their head, and this is the head wrap, the Duke, as we call it, from where I'm from. Okay, so these were the variations that I used. Let me just put N. So this is the plugin that I'm talking about, blend my NFTs. The NFT, it was called Queens. Yeah, of course, these are African queens that I created here. Let me just put some clothing on her. yeah, so this was the process, guys. So what Blend My NFTs again does is it just randomizes the things in the different collections. So that was the reason for the variants of the body, variants of the leg decor. There's another collection called leg decor. This is for the leg accessories. We had these ones, and we had these ones. I had 3 of those. Okay. So this was the process, guys, and this was the animation. Uh, the length of the animation, it was about 75 frames, and I had to after doing this, you then just have to select under NFT media files. I created still images, and I also created the animation files, which were the output was MP4. The images it's .png. So this was the process, guys. I hope it was understandable, and I hope you learned some things. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, yeah, this was the process. I hope it was helpful. Let's bye for now.